Reprogram your subconscious mind to attract everything you want while you're asleep. Sounds crazy, but it's true. This is a law of attraction sleep technique to reprogram your subconscious mind to attract everything that you want in life. This is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com, and let's dive right into this. So the first thing that you got to understand is that every time you have a thought, your thoughts have a chemical reaction that signal a protein in your brain, and the way that your nerve cells in your brain react, they fire, and then they start wiring together when you think the same thoughts. That being so, when you think you're not good enough to make money, that the world is limited, it's the government's fault, there's no good guys or no good women out there in the world, whatever your repetitive thoughts are, your brain cells, your nerve cells in your brain, they wire together. It's called Hebb's law in neuroscience. It means that brain cells that fire together wire together. So your brain hardwires in a certain way. Well, what's happening when your brain cells are firing and wiring in a certain way? They create a neurocircuit. So they literally wire together, making it so that it's very easy for you to think the same thoughts over and over again. Those neurons are sending electrical impulses. Those electrical impulses are controlling your brainwave state, and they're sending electrical impulses through your nervous system that control your emotions. What's your emotion? Your energy in motion. They control how you feel, which controls your vibration and dictates what you attract into your life. All of this is happening subconsciously, by the way. Psychologists tell us we have 65,000 thoughts in a single day subconsciously, and 70% of them are, drum roll, negative and redundant. 70% of 65,000 thoughts are negative and redundant. You do the math. Unless you change the subconscious programming, you can't get what you want in life. So for the last couple years, I've been doing this before sleep in order to reprogram my subconscious mind. So what you got to understand is the way to change your subconscious mind in neuroscience, mind, the word mind, is the brain in action. The word mind is brain in action. So based off of the way that your brain cells are wired, they create neural patterns of brainwave activity that control your thoughts. Based off the way your brain is wired, they control neural activities of brainwaves of thoughts, right? That's what's creating your thoughts, the way your brain is hardwired. So you gotta change that. So the only way to change that is repetition of something that allows new nerve cells to fire on a regular basis. So slowly your brain gets the picture that it should start wiring them together and make that your new neural circuitry as opposed to the old. So what I've done is I created a success hypnosis, download it down below, jakeshypnosis.com, and I use that as a prompt. I have my vision board set up, and I look at my vision board, I stare at it, I allow that image I look at the same images every single night. The reason I use the same images every single night is because I want my brain cells to react to those images regularly. So what you can do, make a vision board. If you haven't made one, go on Google Images, find images of what you want, and you print them out. If you can't print them out, then save them onto a Word document and look at them on your computer or your phone every single night. And the reason that you're doing that is because your subconscious mind works in images. You need to stimulate that on a regular basis to fire new nerve cells. So get the images of what you want, listen to my success hypnosis, put it on very low, because your brain and your senses, they can hear 40 decibels below sound. So 40 decibels below what your conscious mind can pick up, your subconscious and your brain and your ears are still picking up. You turn it very low, download it down below, turn it very low, and what you want to do is you want to focus on different images regularly. The same image. So if you wanted your bank account to have 100 grand in it, you want to get to the place where you can see that so clearly. Paint it if you need to paint it. Get the image and put it on your wall if you need to do that. And then what you want to start doing just before that is hypnotic writing. Hypnotic writing is where you write the same thing enough where your conscious mind relaxes and you access the subconscious. So whatever you want to manifest, you write it over and over again for about 10 minutes. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm making $100,000 a month. I'm so happy and grateful now that I found my soulmate and I feel pure love. You write that same thing over and over again. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm living in my dream house and my life is absolutely amazing. I'm so happy and great, whatever it is. Write it over and over again for 10 minutes. Set the timer, put your phone on airplane mode, set it. You're getting yourself to wire. This is just pure neuroscience. Like, there should be no, I always get comments like, what are you smoking when I talk about these types of things? There should be none of that. This is neuroscience. This is pure science. And if you're thinking that this is crazy, then I challenge you to actually start to study who you are and how you work. How do you get the results in your life? How do you think the thoughts that you think? It all comes to the way that your nerve cells are wired in your brain, and they hardwire your brain to create neurocircuitry that stimulate electrical impulses that create habitual thought patterns. Those habitual thought patterns create the behaviors in your life and the things that you attract into your life. So if you can change that, you change your whole life. So you use hypnotic writing. Step number one, you get the image of what you want and you focus on that afterwards. You put my success hypnosis on very low, and you listen to all of that as a priming pattern. So in neuroscience, there's two terms you need to know. And one of those terms is pruning and one is sprouting. Pruning means that you're pruning away old neural connections, which are nerve cells that have fired and wired together to create certain thought patterns over a long period of time. So pruning is when you're getting rid of the ones you don't want anymore. And sprouting is when you're creating new neural connections. So you're sprouting your old ones with your hypnotic writing, with the images that you want to manifest, and you're sprouting the ones that you want. All of these neural connection patterns make up a subconscious mind. The mind doesn't exist in anything that we can see. When somebody says, where is the mind? There is no location of the mind. The mind is the brain in activity. And if you can rewire your brain, you rewire your subconscious mind. So use those 3 simple steps. They will change your life forever in 2018 if you actually commit to it. Some people are going to watch this and they're going to say, wow, that was cool, man. That was awesome. And they're not going to do any of it. So I hope that you're actually somebody that does the steps. So download my free success hypnosis, jakeshypnosis.com down below. Get a journal, start your hypnotic writing, get the images of what you want and start suggesting them to yourself. You know, they've done psychological studies that it takes about 15 milliseconds, and only 15 milliseconds, your unconscious mind and your unconscious brain pick up images. So they would flash images of angry people onto screens for only 15 milliseconds, where they were so fast that your conscious mind couldn't pick it up, but your subconscious could. And what would happen is the body would respond in a state of fear, even though the person didn't even know that they saw the image of fear. So that being so, don't you think that there would be a serious power in having the images of what you want plastered around your house so you're always unconsciously taking that in, because your unconscious mind processes billions of bits of information every single second. Just because you can't consciously pick it up doesn't mean that you're not activating new cells in your brain, new brain cells, new nerve cells that are starting to create and hardwire your brain in new ways. This is how you change it. This is how you program yourself for automatic success in your life. So press the subscribe button in the corner. Have an amazing 2018. I know that you're gonna dig this video. Comment where in the world you're coming from, and comment down below if you're actually gonna do this. I hope that you do. I pray that you do. Have an awesome day. See you on the next video.